Hillary Clinton's critique of the Trump administration's approach to free speech is rooted in her belief that the administration has engaged in a systematic and dangerous campaign to undermine foundational democratic principles. In her view, the constant and often aggressive attacks on the press, the questioning of objective facts, and the use of political power to threaten opponents create an environment where the free exchange of ideas is stifled. She has repeatedly framed this as a conscious effort to silence people and wage an all-out war on truth, facts, and reason. This is not a casual political jab, but a profound warning about what she sees as a potential slide towards authoritarianism, where the government seeks to control the public narrative and delegitimize any form of dissent. The central point of contention is the role of the free press and whether its function as a check on power is being respected or actively dismantled. Analysis of the allegations. Clinton's allegations are based on several recurring behaviors and policies attributed to the Trump administration. The most prominent is the administration's sustained rhetoric against journalists and news organizations, often labeling them fake news and the enemy of the people. This language, she argues, goes beyond typical political criticism and serves to erode public trust in journalism as a whole. When a significant portion of the population is conditioned to view reporting as inherently biased or false, it becomes difficult for them to access the objective information necessary for informed civic participation. Beyond rhetoric, Clinton's analysis also points to more tangible actions. These include the use of lawsuits and legal threats against critics, as well as the deplatforming or public shaming of individuals and organizations who oppose the administration's policies. The concern is that these actions, whether or not they result in formal legal consequences, create a chilling effect on speech. Individuals and media outlets may become hesitant to report critically or express dissent for fear of legal retribution or public harassment. This is a subtle but powerful form of censorship, as it doesn't require a law to be passed, but instead relies on intimidation and a culture of fear. For Clinton, a healthy democracy requires a robust, unafraid press and a public that is willing to engage with a diversity of viewpoints, neither of which she believes the administration has fostered. Reasons and consequences. The reasons for this deep-seated conflict are complex. From the administration's perspective, the criticisms are a response to what it perceives as an overwhelmingly biased and hostile mainstream media. A populist movement, which often defines itself in opposition to established institutions, would naturally clash with a press that sees its role as holding power accountable. The rise of social media has also played a crucial role, allowing political figures to bypass traditional media gatekeepers and communicate directly with their base. This shift has empowered leaders to define the narrative on their own terms, but it has also created a fertile ground for misinformation and a fragmented public square. The consequences of this tension are far-reaching. The most immediate impact is a deepening of political polarization and a growing distrust in institutions. When different groups operate with their own sets of facts, productive dialogue becomes nearly impossible. This can lead to a more divided society where citizens are less likely to compromise or find common ground. Furthermore, if the public's confidence in the press continues to erode, it could have long-term consequences for accountability. A weakened press is less able to expose corruption or hold powerful figures responsible, which could lead to abuses of power. The very foundations of democratic oversight could be at risk. The conflict also raises serious legal questions about the limits of free speech and the proper role of government in regulating information in the digital age. Predictions and solutions. Predicting the future of this debate suggests that these tensions are not going away anytime soon. As political divisions persist and technology continues to evolve, the battle over truth and information will likely intensify. The use of social media as a direct line to supporters and a platform to attack opponents will remain a central feature of modern politics. We may see more legal challenges as different actors seek to define the boundaries of protected speech. The ongoing public debate will shape how future generations view the role of the press and the importance of a well-informed citizenry. To address these challenges, several solutions are necessary. though none are simple. A crucial step is the promotion of media literacy, arming the public with the critical skills to distinguish between credible journalism and misinformation. This is not about telling people what to believe, but teaching them how to evaluate sources for themselves. Additionally, strengthening independent journalism is vital. This can be done through public support for nonprofit news organizations and a renewed commitment from the press to uphold ethical standards and transparency. Finally, political leaders on all sides of the spectrum must take responsibility for their rhetoric and engage in more respectful and productive discourse. While political disagreement is a sign of a healthy democracy, the deliberate erosion of public trust in facts and institutions is a grave threat to it. The future of free speech in America depends on a collective commitment to protecting its principles, even when it is difficult and uncomfortable.